Okay, happy Friday, everyone. I hope it's been great so far. For some of you, it's already over. I hope it was excellent. We are going to make sure that we make the most of the time that we have to hang out together. I'm in a packet full of information for you. And for those of you who are here as guests for the very first time, we're certainly going to make sure that by the time this presentation is over, you have all the information that you need to decide as to whether this is going to be a platform that's going to be part of your life or not. We'll also have a little bit of interaction with our members. We always have a very significant number of members that keep returning to these calls because there's always something additional for them to learn or testimonials for them to share. And we'll certainly take advantage of the fact that we've got many seasoned members in the audience today. So welcome. Now, we want to accomplish one thing specifically, and that is to expose you to CFX, what specifically CFX is, how they're doing what they're doing. Because at this particular time where so many people have been displaced from their gainful employment, and there's so much uncertainty as to whether many people, thousands upon thousands in every country around the world, are going to be employed in the same place they were prior to COVID, there's a real financial need. And we've seen that in the very turbulent times the markets have had this past quarter. And there is solutions. And there's, in fact, a very, very good and viable solution that we're going to be talking about today. And that is the opportunity for you, perhaps for the very first time, to be profitable in the global Forex market. So we're going to talk exactly as to how that could be possible for you. So let's dive right into things without any further ado. The line that you see on the screen in front of you right now is not an oversimplification, and it's not an exaggeration. Success in the global Forex market is only a few most clicks away. Now, creating something that runs so easily for the average person is not easy to do. There's a great deal of time and energy and money that's gone into the development of this platform on the back end, so that those of us that are using it on the front end can do it without any stress or any anxiety. And we could do it from our phones or our tablets or our laptops. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So if you're new to Forex, if you know nothing about the global Forex market, don't worry even for a second. You absolutely have to have no prior experience, and we'll explain all of that as we dive through these details. So I want to play a very short video for you right now. Before I do, I want to make sure our audios are all connected. If you're screen sharing, or rather your camera's on, give me a thumbs up so you can hear this. At this time of unprecedented worry and anxiety, driven by a single virus, baffling the brightest minds in science, there are lessons that we can take from this global pandemic. We are all equal, regardless of our culture, religion, occupation, financial situation, or social status. It is reminding us that we're all connected, and something that affects one person affects another. It is also reminding us just how important family and home are, how providing for those we love is of critical importance, especially in times of crisis, and how difficult or even impossible that can become under certain circumstances. The world we know is going to change. There's no escaping that fact. One thing still in your control: what you do with your time. There's a tiny percentage of people globally that are completely free of debt, not beholden to anyone. And as incredible as that may sound, anyone can accomplish a similar degree of this success. With proper guidance, you can attain the same freedom and the same peace of mind to enjoy family and friends, regardless of what may be happening in the world around you. While real financial security is available to everyone, it doesn't happen on its own, and it's not easy, but it is absolutely possible for you. To learn what steps you can take today, and to make sure that you're numbered amongst those that are financially free, get back to the person that shared this video with you and take action today. So there are a couple of areas that CFX has a significant footprint in, and they're both on the screen in front of you right now. One of them is the e-learning market, e-learning, online universities. Many of you may be a customer of an online university right now. LinkedIn owns lynda.com, which has some wonderful curriculum in such a broad range of subjects. Udemy, the list is a very, very significant list of growing online universities. And CFX is certainly no different. A large amount of energy effort, money, time, expertise has gone into the development of our university, and you'll learn more about it in just a couple of minutes. And the other market, of course, that we have a very significant footprint in is the Forex market. I want you just for a moment to look at the size, the absolute immensity of this global Forex market in comparison to the equities markets and the futures markets. So there's a very good reason why the owners and the development team all around CFX have chosen this particular marketplace. And that is because the most opportunity exists here, the most opportunity to expand this project globally, the most opportunity to impact lives and have tens of thousands and beyond able to successfully participate in CFX because of the size of the global Forex market, and it can easily, very easily support our needs. So I'm going to share a little crash course with you. This is only 2 minutes long. So this way, if you know very little or nothing about the global Forex market, this will serve as a bit of a foundation for you. The foreign exchange market, or Forex for short, is a global, decentralized, over-the-counter market for the trading of currencies. This market determines foreign exchange rates for every currency. It includes all aspects of buying, selling, and exchanging currencies at current or determined prices. You have probably already participated in the Forex market. If you've ever traveled to another country, you would have exchanged some of your own country's currency for the currency of the country you're going to visit. If you didn't spend all your exchanged currency and deposit it into your bank account when you returned home, and that currency went up in value during your vacation, you would have received more of your home currency for your exchange currency when you deposited your excess foreign currency into your bank. This is also how you make money in the global Forex market. There are plenty of ways to invest your money. Lots of people purchase stocks or bonds. The Forex market has several advantages over the stock and bond market. Stock and bond markets frequently have bull periods and bear periods. A bull period is identified when just about everything in the market is going up. A bear period is identified when just about everything in the market is going down. While it's easy to make money in a bull market, it's much harder for a trader to make money in a bear market when prices are falling day after day. In Forex, there never really is a bear market or a bull market, since each trade consists of buying one currency while selling another. The market never really goes up or down as a whole. One currency going down naturally means the other counter currency is going up. All that matters is the currency you're interested in is either going up or down. Secondly, the Forex market in general is a level playing field. There are no mergers or acquisitions or inside trading to make the market move unexpectedly. The Forex market is the biggest market in the world, with over $5 trillion a day traded. So no one entity is ever big enough to control a market of that size. The market trades 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's 124 hours of continuous trading time available to you. You can start trading at 9 a.m. Monday morning in Sydney, Australia, and wrap up your trading on Friday at 5 p.m. in New York. So the market is ready and waiting for you anytime you want to trade. And because the market is so big, odds are you'll never be stuck in a trade. If you want to get out of a position, you can almost always find someone to buy or sell with. Trades are executed within seconds. Central banks and the global banking industry, governments, financial institutions, multinational corporations, and about 90 million home-based retail trading enthusiasts all trade in the global Forex market. So that serves as a little bit of a foundation. Not that you have to have much of one. As I said before, this is a fully automated platform, and we'll get into that automation in just a couple of minutes. As far as the values go, one of the reoccurring themes that you're going to see through this presentation is transparency. In fact, it was a very high level of importance with the owners of the platform and the developers of the platform that all of our members have opportunities to see transparency in all facets of this business, including the trading and also the rewards plan as money is moving through this platform. The purpose is very straightforward and simple. Getting to that purpose is not so simple, and that is to create something that is accessible by anybody, whether they have experience in the Forex market or not. And then the positioning, well, you'll learn in a moment exactly how they're doing what they're doing, but rest assured there's a great deal of technology at play, and automation is being done specifically by what we call EAs, or expert advisors, and we'll dive into a little more detail surrounding that as well. But before we do, I want to talk a little bit about the executive team, because anytime that you are about to commit yourself, your time or your energy or your capital, you want to know who it is that you're going into business with, who your partners are. And it's very, very important, I think, to anybody that is serious about any sort of long-term success for themselves. And Waskar and Edwin I often refer to them as serial entrepreneurs. We're dealing with individuals that have been very successful on significant scales in the past. We're not talking about young, new owners that are looking for their very first business success. This is critically important because how one develops success in business is often having challenges and struggling and working their way through those challenges. And that's not really who you want as a business partner, especially when we're talking about the trading environment. So in our case, we're very fortunate in that both of these individuals have a great deal of success and years under their belt in trading spaces, whether it's cryptocurrency-based trading or Forex-based trading. Waskar is the CEO and handles all of the big, the heads of development for each of the different areas within the company. Edwin focuses in one specialized area because of his years and years of experience in Forex. He handles anything to do with trading operations. And we'll touch on both of these individuals and their areas of expertise in a couple of moments. But before we do, it's also important you understand that there are very successful professionals, teams of developers, of programmers, graphic artists, social media experts, and the like behind the scenes as well, making sure this platform runs smoothly for all of you wherever you happen to be. And in fact, many of you are very aware of Ron Pope, who is the owner of the Conversion Pros. His team of engineers are in the United States and also in Canada, and they work very, very closely in building out your back offices and all of the marketing pieces that you have for CFX. So the offices, first of all, it's important you understand that there's going to be an open door policy. Anytime that you want to come down and tour these facilities, once the ribbon cutting ceremony has happened, you're going to be able to do so. And I think that's a very important thing. I know there's many of you have expressed to me interest in going down and touring these facilities. Now, I know that some of you on this call already have toured these facilities, already have videos of yourself in front of that full wall of trade monitors. So if you've been to the office already, go ahead and let the guests know that are in the room that you've been. Let them know in the chat that you've seen these facilities. If you haven't, I'll give you a little bit of a guided tour. First of all, the offices are in Panama City, Panama, 10,000 square foot facilities, and the owners have actually purchased the full floor, the 10,000 square foot floor of the RBS Tower in downtown Panama City, Panama. So this is a long-term commitment that they're making to their business and a long-term commitment that they're making to us. Now, if you look at the bottom photograph, and you see a wall of floor-to-ceiling windows, and you walk towards those windows, when you look to your left, you can see all of the high-rises that make up downtown Panama leading right up to the shore, up to the beach. And if you look to your right, far enough down the shore, you'll be able to see the canal, the Panama Canal. So it's a wonderful location. We certainly look forward to hosting you anytime you find yourself in the area, or if you want to make a special trip and come meet the corporate staff as soon as ribbon cutting is done and the office is officially open. Now, this is the slide that most people are probably most interested in because you've heard stories. You probably have even seen screenshots of some of the trading results some of your friends have been getting for months and months and months, all through strong Forex markets and weaker Forex markets. It doesn't matter what's been happening with COVID or when markets were surging in the summertime, our results have been very consistent. We've been winning, which is a wonderful thing. Does that mean that we win every trade? Absolutely not. Nobody wins every trade, but we do have significantly more winners than losers. And so when all of the trades at the end of every trading day are added together, fortunately, all of our members see a plus in the win column, which is a wonderful thing. Now, we talked about transparency in that first slide. One of the areas that you're going to have access to that transparency is something called Web TV. Take a look at the computer screen on the bottom and the right-hand side of the slide, and this is a screenshot of a Web TV trade. This is something that you'll access from your own back office on your smartphone or on your tablet or on your laptop anytime you want to. You can see in this case, this is a Euro Australian dollar trade. The green and the yellow candlesticks are indicating a currency pair rising or falling. And if you look in the top right-hand corner, you can't see it on this slide. It would be very, very small, but there will be a little happy face if this is a live trade. And when you log into your back office and have a look at Web TV, you can see a purple bar that has all of the currency pairs that are being traded by CFX, and you can check in on those trades anytime that you want to do so. Take a look at the top, or rather the bottom paragraph above the computer screen that reads, "Our team of professionals have extensive experience in both Forex trading and EA design and management." This sentence really explains why we're having the success that we're having. I'll explain something very quickly to you if you have limited or no experience in Forex. EA is simply a fancy term, expert advisor, for saying software or automation. So this is a piece of software that's written specifically for trading in the Forex market. It has no other purpose. Now, there are good EAs and there are bad EAs and there are horrible EAs. There are some EAs that you would never want to spend a penny on because they do nothing but lose. And that probably is far more common than winning EAs. We're very lucky in that we have a very good design team, very good traders, and they're all in-house. In other words, they're all CFX employees. We don't pay anyone else. We don't farm out this work to a third-party company. We don't buy any white label products. Everything is owned and designed by CFX. And this is critically important because even if you managed to pay top dollar and buy a very effective EA, after a period of time, market conditions will change. And the software that you bought that worked really well for you in the beginning is going to stop working well for you in the future. The only way that you can protect against that is to constantly manage it. At the end of every trading day, the analysts are looking at what performed very well, what didn't perform as well as they would like, and they're making micro adjustments. This is critically important. And this is, by the way, the reason that we've consistently seen winners when all of our winners and losers together, our members have had winning trading day after day, week after week, and month after month. In fact, we're closing in on our first year, almost a full year that people have been using this software successfully. And that's a really significant benchmark. So what you'll also notice, though, is that regardless of the market conditions over the course of a year, and you better believe, especially a year like we've just had, there have been significant shifts in market conditions, and we've consistently managed to do well. It's a wonderful thing, and I think it's something probably the traders and the developers are extremely proud of. Okay, now to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to start talking about online learning, our academy. I'm just going to check in the chat for a second and see how many of you were in that office earlier. That's wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Great. So listen, the Academy, let's talk about the Academy just for a couple of moments. First of all, Academy is going to be state of the art. What does that mean? It's going to be interactive. There'll be opportunities for you to stop and take little tests to make sure that you verify or authenticate that you're learning the material that you're going through. But before we get into that and what's going to be included in the Academy, let's talk about why. Why an Academy? It's very important to both Waskar and Edwin, the founders of the platform, that CFX over time become a full service Forex platform. And how they're defining that is individuals who don't want to know Forex, but want to benefit, want to be able to profit from the global Forex market, there must be a place for them. And of course, that's exactly what we're doing now, is our fully automated software product. But there also must be a place for those of you who have a real interest in learning how to trade. And maybe you want to do part of the work yourself and allow software to do part of the work for you. Or some of you might even want to become Forex experts and do all of the work yourself, but do it within the CFX platform. So regardless of where you find yourself sitting, and perhaps you want to be in more than one of those categories, you want to have fully automated going while you're also learning to trade for yourself and make money that way. Regardless of what interests you, the CFX Academy is designed to make sure that your needs will be met, starting with the Elemental series to the Advanced Professional, and then the Supreme series. So from the very beginning, introduction to terms, introduction to the basics, how money is made in the global Forex market, and as you move into the Advanced Professional series, actually taking those steps yourself, actually downloading MetaTrader, understanding how to implement various software and how to do charting, etc. And then on to the Supreme series, where you're learning the psychology, trade mastery. So instead of winning and losing from time to time, you really start to develop the mindset of individuals that can consistently win, can really rely on their Forex skills to make money for them. So all of those things are going to be included in a very, very robust academy. So we call it a university because that's essentially what it's going to be, but the proper term for it is the CFX Academy. Now, the way members start to implement the automated side of CFX is through what we call trading packs. So you can see Elemental Series, which was the first significant section of the Academy. And each one of those sections has trading packs, the Elemental, the Advanced, and the Professional. So the Elemental has 5 different trading packs available to us, starting at $300 to $500, $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000. And next to each one of those icons, and by the way, those numbers are representing USD, US dollars. And to the right, you can see 3 different lines of text. The first says Academy Pack, and then there's a number after it. If you look at the 1K, the red trading pack, for example, Academy Pack 300. Well, that's a $1,000 trading pack. So 300 is that purchasing that section of the online university, and it's $300. But there is also a $500 pack and a $300 pack before that. So when I get started, for example, with the $1,000 or 1K trading pack, I'm also unlocking the Academy section for the 500 pack, and I'm unlocking the Academy section for the 300 pack. I can start anywhere that I choose. In the Advanced series, you can see there's another 5 trade packages ranging from 5K to 20K, and the text is exactly the same. 70% of the value of the trade package is going to work for you in trade pool deposit, and 30% is going to unlock that section of the Academy. This says Academy. Have a look at 7K. The brown, okay, 7K, 30%. $2,100, unlocking that section of the Academy and everything that precedes it. And the balance, $4,900, is going to go to work for you in the global Forex market. Now, it is designed specifically so that you can start to make gains with any one of these trading packs and actually be able to upgrade yourself to the next one. That's why we call this the trade pack ladder. So we can start at $300 or any other starting position, and we could work our way towards the Supreme series. So it is the intention, and it should be your intention. It's certainly the intention of the owners of CFX for every single one of their members to ultimately reach the $100,000 trade pack. Now, I know that the list of those on the 100K trade pack is growing significantly. Those of you who are already members of CFX, do me a favor, for the benefit of our guests, let them know in the chat where you started on the trade package ladder and where you are today. You know, remember, guests, we're less than a year old. You're probably going to see some pretty incredible numbers from our members from their starting position to their current position. And in many of those cases, by the way, no additional capital came out of their pocket. They're simply using the CFX system to move their way through the trade package ladder. Thanks very much, members, for sharing that with our guests. We certainly appreciate it. And while you're doing that, I want to let our guests know at this point, everything from this point on is optional. So the first and the most important part of this conversation is around the ownership of the platform, the experience the ownership has, how well funded the owners are, because building a platform like this is not inexpensive, and you really need to be able to handle all of the load and make sure that you're well staffed in such a broad range of areas for this to run like a top, which it most certainly is. But that takes a great deal of capital. And that's one of the things that CFX has done a masterful job of as far as operations over the last 11 months is running things and continuing to expand as our global membership expands. Now, that said, the trading has been extraordinary and the trading will continue to be extraordinary. But there is a second phase to this presentation. As I said before, it's an optional phase. And that is for members that once you find something that's working well for you, many of you just can't help yourself. You have to recommend it to those that matter to you. If you found something that you're very excited about, you can't keep it to yourself. And it's for that group that we're going to discuss what we call our CFX rewards plan. So for those of you who are only interested in product, and that product manifests itself in two ways: the academy, which you will have access to, and the trading, the automated trading, which you'll have access to. Now, the gains that you're going to make are something that the company refers to as bare capital. Anyone who is only interested in trading will generate what we call bare capital. Now, you can earn 2 times the value of any one of those trade packages that we showed you earlier. And in fact, that's the process to start working your way through that trade package ladder. I can start at $300. I can make $600. I can move up to 5. I can start at 5. I can make 1,000. I can move up to 1K, and I can start working my way through that trade package ladder. However, you can accelerate things by deciding to also benefit from bull capital. Now, bull capital simply gives you an opportunity to earn an additional 2 times the value of any trade package that you happen to be on. And the way that you initiate that is very simple. You recommend the platform to one person, and that gets the ball rolling. You'll start earning bull capital in a number of different ways, simply by opening your mouth. Maybe you're having coffee with a friend, and you pull open your smartphone, and you show the web TV. You show your trade results. It could be that simple. How you do it is entirely up to you, but that's how you start earning bull capital. So we're going to break this down into a little more detail for you, and we're going to go through this quite quickly. First of all, we're using a 1K. This is a $1,000 trade package as an example. Have a look at the left-hand side of your screen, and to the north, you can see bull capital. So this is CFX customers. Now remember, 70% of the value of that trade package is going to work for you in the global Forex market, 70%. And you can earn up to a maximum of 2 times or 200% the value of that trade package. So $2,000. On the bottom half, you can see the bull capital. How does the bull capital work? Very simply, the 30% that went towards the academy or the online university, that money is broken up into 2 different sections. The first is a sharing bonus. I share this with any of my friends. And the second is a team bonus. They share with others and I still benefit. Now, that can earn you an additional 200% or $2,000 for a total maximum of $4,000 on a $1,000 trade package. So we're going to break this down in just a bit more detail. We'll probably just take a few minutes to do this and then we'll wrap up. But before we talk about rewards, it's really important that we talk about trading. Trading is what brought all of you here, and it's what keeps all of you here, because the trading has been nothing short of amazing. And we've talked about why that is. We've talked about how carefully all the technology is constantly monitored by teams of professionals and how they're all in-house. We don't leave anything that's so critically important to your success up to third-party companies. Everything is managed here at CFX. Now, you have the opportunity to earn up to, but no guarantee of, 15% per week. 15% is incredible. It's a massive week in the Forex market. We've never hit 15%, but you can earn up to 15%. You'll never see a week stronger than 15 because the company retains anything over 15%. but we have seen some 12% weeks. We've seen some 12.5% weeks. I think we've even been pretty close to a 13% week. But regardless of what's happening week after week after week, the most important thing for you to understand is there are very serious and very experienced professionals behind the scenes managing all these things. If you're here as a guest, or if you're new to CFX, you might be very excited to know the company is working very, very hard to release its second EA, version 2.0. And you've heard Waskar and Edwin speak about this very enthusiastically over the past couple of months, and how much more developed the second EA is and how much larger the results are that they're expecting from it. So I know we're all excited for the release of that. All right, so let's talk about the bonuses. Oh, by the way, take a look at the bottom of the slide on the left-hand side. Remember Bear Capital. Bear Capital is what you generate as a customer, and it's what you're going to generate from your trading. Now, here is how we're going to affect your bull capital. This comes from sharing the platform with anybody. And half of that bonus, remember, these bonuses come from a real product sale. You've unlocked a section of the academy, and it's unlocking that section, that money. In fact, 100% of that money you saw on the previous slide when we broke it down. We used a 1K example, and $300 was unlocking that section of the academy, and all $300 went to you. It went to the field. How can the company afford to do that? That's a really good question. In fact, many of you ask us all often, how is the company affording to do what they do in giving all of those bonuses to the field? Well, the company has made it very clear from the beginning that their gains are coming from trading. In fact, this is a great piece of information for those of you who asked the question, if this trade technology is so amazing, why doesn't the company just keep it for itself? Well, that wasn't the mission of the company. The company was really to bring a simple Forex platform to the world. But I will tell you, the company also does very well. How? Well, they charge a success fee at the end of every single trading day. So whether the company's trading $1 million or $100 million or $10 billion, they're earning at the end of every trading day a fee for their trading efforts. That's how they're getting paid. That's how they can afford to put all of these resources, 100% of them, into the rewards plan for your benefit. So what's remarkable about this bonus, this Fast Start bonus, and here's the math. Remember, 30% of the Academy sale, and half of that 30% is a Fast Start bonus. So here's a simple way of looking at the math. 15% of the value of any trade package you're going to receive is a Fast Start bonus. You sponsor someone with that red package, the 1K package, you'll receive $150 right away. Your friend decides to get involved on a 10K trade package, you'll make $1,500 right away. They get involved in a $3,000 trade package, you'll make $450 right away, 15% in any case. But here's where this is very interesting. Your friends are not going to be required to pay a monthly auto ship. There is no monthly ongoing cost. Most of the Forex platforms that you may have been exposed to in the past have $150, $175, $200, or even more that they charge their members every month for the signals that they provide as a membership access. And what that will often do, if you don't have a lot of capital to trade, is it can put you under an awful lot of pressure. In fact, you could potentially be breaking even or even losing money on some months if you're not trading enough to cover your $200 per month fee. None of that pressure is put on the CFX members because there's no monthly fee. Everybody gets to be in profit. It's a wonderful thing. But more importantly than that, every single time the person you shared the platform with takes another step up the trade package ladder, you earn a Fast Start bonus again. So here's the beauty of it. The company has found a way for you to earn money over and over and over again from the rewards plan, even though your friends are not being charged a monthly auto ship. It's ingenious, and I know that all of our members absolutely love it. So there's no limit to the amount of money that you can make as a Fast Start bonus because this is a reoccurring bonus. Now, the same thing applies with the unilevel. Remember, 50% of that Academy sale went to a Fast Start. The other 50% goes to this bonus we call a unilevel bonus. Very simply, this is the team bonus. You do the work in the fast start, you earn directly, the team does the work, and you earn from all of it. Now, this becomes very impactful. We've seen some of our leaders and how well they're doing inside this unit-level bonus. And many of you are earning tens of thousands of dollars a month and beyond, into six figures a month just from this bonus from a platform that's been around for less than 1 year. So I'm going to explain to you how they're managing to do that. First of all, you can see levels 1, 2, 3, 4 on the screen in the silver color. Now, these are automatically unlocked. So it doesn't matter how you get involved, you automatically have these unlocked. Let me explain to you how this could pay you. Let's say, for example, you only recommend this to one friend, but in their enthusiasm, they recommend it to 5 or 6 others. Well, those people would be on your level 2 because your friends, your personal referrals automatically sit on your level 1. Those 5 or 6 people on level 2 enthusiastically share with 2 or 3 more, who would share with 2 or 3 more. You could have 20, 30, 40, 50 people that came from that one friend, and you're earning from all of it. Levels 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you earning? Remember, on the $1,000 example, $150 went to you directly as a fast start bonus, and $150 is going into this unilevel. Now, if the $150 shows up and the person that did the purchase is on your levels 1, 2, 3, or 4, those are 10% levels. So of the $150 that goes into this bonus, you're earning 10% from each of them. That's $15. You can see as you unlock the first rank in this company, you unlock levels 5 and 6. So now that's levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 at 10% each, levels 5 and 6 at 20% each. Already now, you have access to 80% of all of the resources, all of the money that's going into the unilevel. When you reach the rank of a manager, you unlock 2 more levels. When you reach director, you unlock level 9, and President's Club unlocks level 10. But there's something else that's very compelling that's happening here. You also have access to something called a global bonus. You can see levels 11 to infinity. How do these levels grow? Well, they grow organically. Friends talk to friends who talk to friends who talk to friends. And many of you are seeing levels of growth in your unilevel of 5, 10, 15, 20 levels and beyond. So the reason that the global bonus is so important is it gives you the ability to capture gains on everything. It doesn't matter where it grows, what shape it takes, how wide or how deep, you're able to capitalize on it. And that's the importance of the global bonus. So you're also going to receive other bonuses from these ranks. So just make a mental note of these ranks: executive, manager, director, president's club, and beyond, because we're going to touch on them again in just another moment. Now remember, this is accelerating bull capital. So bear capital is your trading gains. Bull capital is unilevel, and bull capital is fast start. All right. The last bonus I'm going to share with you. This is a very, very special bonus. And the reason is that you can actually make money from this bonus regardless of whether you're a customer or whether you're sharing CFX with others. This is very important. It's a very unusual bonus. Imagine, how do you make money in a rewards plan if you don't recommend anyone to the rewards plan? Well, you can do that here, and many of you are doing very well. In fact, those of you who are members, if you've ever had anyone show up in your matrix that you were not directly responsible for or indirectly responsible for, they've come from above, like in the diagram, please let our guests know that that's happened to you. So let me explain how this works. Remember, in the unilevel, we said that you can sponsor any number of people personally. It could be 1, it could be 5, it could be 100. It doesn't matter. But every single one of those are sitting on your level 1. And when those people share with another, those people comprise your level 2. Well, the matrix is very different. The matrix, the top row, and you can see those numbers right down the center of the screen, 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 10. That top row in your matrix only has room for 3 people. Only has room for 3. So the first 3 that you share this with, if you share with 4 or 5, they're going to slot into the next place available. So it's very important that you understand that these are matrix within matrix within matrix. So imagine, for example, we're a little ways down the road and now you're using a $100,000 trade package. So that's you at the top. Now you can see your three friends, one's on 20K, one's on 2, and one's on 10. Well, each one of those three have their own matrix. They have a 3x10 matrix as well. And those people below them, they have their own 3x10 matrix. So because there's only so much room, you end up seeing people drop down below into other people's matrix. It's just the nature of the bonus. So now that you understand the structure, how does this make money for you? Well, very importantly, there's a 20% withdrawal fee anytime anybody withdraws. Anybody, whether you're a customer or whether you're also sharing this with others. And that, by the way, is the reason that CFX makes this bonus available to anybody, because everybody contributes to it. So it's important, first of all, you understand that 20% withdrawal fee is not actually a fee that's paying the company. This is resources. This is money that's going directly to us. Those of you who are sharing the platform with others, and even those of you who aren't sharing the platform with others. Let me show you how the bonus is broken down. Have a look at the second paragraph on the left-hand side. The bonus, this 20% fee, is divided amongst three bonuses. Now, the biggest amount, 50%, is what you see on the screen right now. The matrix bonus. 10% is a matching bonus, and 40% are leadership rank bonuses, and we'll talk about those in about 2 minutes. So below that, it says this is not a profit center for CFX. This is very important. This is a deliberate strategy to create a constant recurring income. Remember, we talked about no monthly auto ship fee to the members, yet every single bonus pays you over and over and over again. So whether it's a fast start bonus, whether it's the unilevel bonus, or whether it's this bonus. But I'll tell you one other thing that's very interesting is that the teams that you're developing, as they start moving their way up the trade package ladder, those bonuses that you're earning also get larger and larger and larger. And I think that's why so many people are starting to get attracted to this platform, because of the total transparency as to where the money comes from that feeds these bonuses. It's no mystery. The company is very public about that. And the fact that that money gets larger and larger and larger over time. So take a look at the green numbers down the left-hand side, 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 10, 30, 20, 10, 10. Add them all together, it's 100%. So we're going to use a hypothetical. Let's say somebody on your level 5 is going to do a $1,000 withdrawal. They're going to withdraw $1,000, 20% fee is $200, and 50% of that is going to the matrix bonus. So $100 is going into this bonus from a $1,000 withdrawal from a member in your team, whether you put them there or someone else put them there. So on your level 5, you can see there's room for 243 people. Now, that doesn't mean that's full. That means 243 people can fit there. So one of those people does a $1,000 withdrawal. That's $100 that goes into this matrix. Now, that's a 6% level. You can see the green 6%. So you'll earn $6 on that withdrawal. If someone on your level 7 does a withdrawal, then that's a 30% level. You would make $30 from a $1,000 withdrawal. So as you can see, over time, with more and more and more people entering your matrix, obviously your income grows. But in addition to that, and simultaneously, as their withdrawals are getting larger and larger, because their trade packages are getting larger, and the amount of trade gains they're earning is getting larger, your matrix earnings are also continuing to grow. All right, we'll wrap this up very quickly now. Matrix matching bonus, what is it? Well, very simply, if you've earned a fast start bonus from someone, in other words, you're the one that directly sponsored them into the platform, you also are entitled to a 10% match of anything that they're making on their matrix. Nice little bonus for you. And all the bright colors on the right-hand side, you can completely disregard them, because right now our owners have unlocked the matrix. So it doesn't matter which trade package you start at, you have access to earning in the matrix from levels 1 to 10. All right, let's quickly wrap things up for you. Now, leadership. Leadership is critically important here in CFX, and the benefits and the bonuses for leadership are actually quite significant. So let's talk about how to get you there. First of all, executive. Remember we said when we were talking about the unilevel, you automatically have levels 1, 2, 3, 4 unlocked, and executive unlocks 5 and 6. And when you add levels 1 to 6 together, 4 at 10%, 2 at 20%, that's going to give you access to 80% of all the money that's going into your matrix. It's very significant. So hitting executive is very significant. Now, that's a bonus that some of you are reaching in your first 30 days. Some of you are taking 60 days, some 90 days, some longer. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get there. So here's how you get there. 500 PVP. 500 PVP, that's personal volume points. Now there's a 2-to-1 point to dollar ratio. So $1,000 trade package equals 500 PVP. That's the first thing you need to do. Second thing is that you need to share the platform with 3 people. And the third thing is from those 3 people down, in other words, your entire group volume needs to reach 25,000 in a 30-day rolling calendar. That's it. How you reach manager? Very simple. You help 2 people reach executive. Have to be 2 separate lines of lineage, and there's a few extra volume points required, but that's it. You help a couple people do what you've just done, and now you bump yourself up to the next rank. How do you reach director? Very simple. You help 2 people become manager. And on and on and on through the list. So let's talk a little bit about the 40% from that withdrawal fee that went to the rank prizes. You already know the benefit of from the unilevel of moving through these ranks, but there's also a rank prize benefit as well. And that is anybody that hits any of these ranks is also going to be rewarded with a gift. And that prize can also be redeemed for BTC. If you absolutely love Bitcoin or you don't have a need for any one of these prizes, you can take 75% of the value and you can keep Bitcoin and have that paid directly to your Bitcoin wallet instead. So many hundreds of you now have qualified for executive and have earned this iPad Air with a little collapsible keyboard you can use for your business, or you can take 75% of the value in BTC. When you reach manager, a very significant prize, $10,000 in value, or you can take 7,500 BTC. When you reach director, now that I think many of our destinations starting to reopen again, you can choose to travel a 5-star vacation anywhere in the world with companion, or 75%. And then when you reach President's Club, of course, these last 3 are quite significant. They're big jumps. Obviously, $100,000 is a very significant prize. The most important thing for you to remember, though, when you receive these, you're receiving them paid in full. So that's sitting in your driveway with no cost to you other than insurance and speeding tickets. That's it. Same thing with the Ferrari when you reach ambassador, and with the Lamborghini when you hit global ambassador. So just to wrap up very quickly and put a bow on this presentation, I want, first of all, to thank you very much for taking the time to be here. I want to thank all of you who are members for all of the feedback that you were giving our guests in the chat today. It's greatly appreciated. And I would give you some parting instructions. If you are here as a guest, you probably fall into one of 2 categories. One category is you want to kick the tires on this product. You want to test drive it. And so you're going to want to start with a trade package, whichever trade package is most appropriate for you. But there are other guests in the room right now, and I probably would be in this second group, and that is, while you don't have all the answers yet, you've seen enough information that you know not only are you going to want to try this for yourself, but you're probably going to recommend this to others as well. I want you to let your friends know that asked you to be here. If you're a number 1, you're going to be a customer only, or if you're a number 2, and you're also going to share the platform with others. That's going to help them get you set up the right way in the next few hours. So with that, I want to thank you very much for your time. Thanks very much for your attention. It was a pleasure to be here. I'm glad that you were here, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic weekend.